See you. Alex, just first of all, how's the week been? Just focusing on Portland.
Yeah, good week. Windy, but yeah, it's been a good week. We had 4 days now. Tomorrow will be 4 days to build into the game. So, preparing for what they're going to bring, and yeah, it's been a good week.
How different of a challenge are they versus Red Bulls, who I know is pretty unique in a lot of the things they do?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they have completely different philosophies about the way that they play. Their system, they both have back five, so there's some similarities, but obviously the way that they go about the game, the things they're trying to get out of the game, the way they want the game to look is going to be completely different.
When you look back at some of the film and look back at the Red Bulls game and the opportunities you guys were able to create, especially in the second half, what stood out? What were some of the positives you guys as a team took away?
Yeah, I mean, I think that obviously it's not an easy place to go and play, and I think that I was really proud of the way that the group, continued to go after it and didn't shrink. I think and it's very easy when you go against them to kind of let everything go out the window, but I think we continue to try to do what we've been training, and you saw especially towards the end of the game that come to fruition, and there's some really nice sequences. So obviously we didn't get the final piece, which is a goal, but I think that we're building towards it, and we all feel like the dam is going to break very soon.
What do you think is some of the issues you're experiencing for not finding that goal in both of the games previously?
I don't think it's issues. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that there's really any big issues. I think that, sometimes when they're not coming, everything doesn't seem to be going right, and you might take one step that you wouldn't have usually taken. You take it a little slower. So, I think to continue doing what we're going to do, and we scored 2 goals that have been called back and have been very marginal. So, I think just continue. I don't think there's really any issues.
Would you say that it took you guys a while to figure out what you exactly wanted to do in the game, because it looked very different in the second half?
Yeah, and I think, that has to do with a lot of factors. I think, obviously, early in the game, there's going to be a lot of energy, so it's not going to really be as formed of a game. It's not going to be tactically exactly what you want it to be. As the game wears out, there's going to be a little bit more space for the tactical things to show up. In the beginning, it's going to be more about competing, about setting out your stage. So I think also the scoreline is going to affect that, right? It's going to, when you're down 2-0, you're going to have the ball a little bit more. You're going to be able to push what you want. When it's 0-0, it's going to be a little bit more of a cagey match. So, yeah, I think it's, I don't think it's an issue about that we're not starting well. I think that's how games are going to look early sometimes, especially against Red Bull.
In your own game, it seems like you started finding better spaces, so open spaces in the second half, when you compare what you were able to do in the first half as well.
Yeah, I think in the second half we did kind of start to figure out the way that they were pressing, and figure out ways to manipulate them a little bit more. Again, like I said, though, it's gonna, when you're gonna have the ball more, you're gonna find more open spaces, and vice versa.
Have you seen much of Portland so far this season, and how much are you seeing of that versus just focusing on what y'all can do here better?
Yeah, I mean, I think before every opponent that we play, you try and watch their last games. Obviously, there's not too many games this year, but have a few games to look at. We break it down as a team, so I think that no more attention than we would pay any other team, but the same amount of attention. So try and learn their, the things that they're trying to do, and the small adjustments that we can make to fit them.
On a lighter note, how many texts did you get after Timothy Chalamet called you out on the show?
Yeah, I got a few texts. I think I just got a lot of Instagram followers that I wasn't not usually my demographic.
Yeah.
And I think that was what alerted me to it first.
So you invited him to a game?
Yeah, I mean, he's got an open invite. I don't know. He's a world traveler, so it's hard for him. I don't know. But yeah, if he ever wants to come to a game, of course, I got him with tickets. I don't know if he can afford them, so I got him with tickets.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alex.